Right now to new information about a former school employee caught with his pants unzipped in a Target parking lot. Police are clarifying some of his past disciplinary records.
First at 4, Aria Janelle asking Strongsville Schools some tough questions today. What did they know and when? Want to warn you, some of the details of this story are graphic.
According to North Olmsted Police, Brett Bartlett was on leave from Strongsville City Schools because of absence issues. But as their investigation continued, the revelations became disturbing.
Any reason your pants are down?
No, they're not down.
Your fly's undone.
They're not down, sir.
You're watching body camera video from North Olmsted Police. That's Brett Bartlett inside his truck on January 20th, outside of a Target on Brook Park Road.
The reason I'm here, someone called and just said that you were like following someone around or something.
No.
According to police, the caller accused Bartlett of following some women and young children around the store. North Olmsted Police say the store's surveillance video backed that up.
No, that didn't happen.
No.
Eventually, the officers allowed Bartlett to leave, but 11 days later, he was charged with public indecency, a misdemeanor.
Pants might have been down because I tried these pants on.
No, it's just your fly.
Yeah.
And why are your pants wet?
According to North Olmsted Police, Bartlett was employed by Strongsville Schools for about 6 months leading up to the incident. Police say he resigned 2 days after that incident. However, 19 News learned the former associate athletic director was placed on administrative leave in mid-January for being dishonest and absence issues. Through records subpoenaed from Strongsville Schools, police found Bartlett was the boys' basketball coach at Sunbury Big Walnut High School near Columbus. Police say during his time there, he had issues with tardiness, alcohol, asking teenage girls if they were 18, and then messaging them on social media. Bartlett resigned his position from Walnut High in February of 2024 for personal and family reasons. 19 News discovering from personnel records, Bartlett then became a middle and high school math teacher in Elyria. He left that job in the spring of 2025. North Olmsted Police clarifying Wednesday that no complaints were issued to them or Strongsville Schools while Bartlett was employed by them.
All right, man.
Good to go?
No, not yet.
But did Strongsville Schools know about Bartlett's past before they hired him? According to records supplied by the school district, no. Strongsville Schools requested his personnel file from Big Walnut Local School District on December 12th after he missed work 2 consecutive days. They received that records request on January 7th. The district says an investigatory hearing was held about Bartlett missing work the next day. Bartlett was placed on leave 8 days after that. He eventually resigned on January 22nd. North Olmsted Police are asking anyone who believes they may have been a victim of Mr. Bartlett to reach out to them. For 19 News, I'm Aria Janelle.